Welcome back to The Explainer. Today we're tackling something that is, well, it's a frustration almost every single content creator has faced at some point. You know the feeling. You are just endlessly grinding against the algorithm monster year after year, seemingly without any reward. If you're a focused learner who's been actively trying to build a platform, you know exactly what I mean. You're putting in the hours, you're obsessively studying the metadata, you craft the absolutely perfect thumbnail, and yet the needle barely moves, right? It honestly feels like the whole system is just rigged against the small channel. Well, today we are going to look at some fascinating source material that reveals a highly effective, yet somehow largely overlooked, strategy to completely bypass that initial grinding phase. We're going to break down exactly how you can unlock a hidden growth tool designed to give your channel the exact catalyst it needs to finally take off. So I have a pretty harsh question for you. Are you ready to quit your channel? Seriously, are you just done? Let's acknowledge the severe burnout creators face, because the source material we are analyzing today speaks directly to this deep exhaustion. Imagine this scenario, and honestly, this might hit a little too close to home for some of us. You've uploaded 100, 150, maybe even 200 videos over the course of 2 or 3 years. You've been incredibly consistent, you've been dedicated, but despite all that relentless effort, you are just completely stuck getting maybe 100 to 300 views per upload. The emotional toll of hitting publish over and over again, only to hear absolute crickets, is incredibly high. But the creator behind our source text basically pleads with struggling creators not to give up just yet. Why? Because the platform has actually, very quietly, rolled out a literal lifeline for channels trapped in this exact cycle of stagnation. The final boss of content creation, 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. That is the massive, daunting barrier required to finally enter the partner program and achieve monetization. Now, for a massive channel, 4,000 hours of watch time, that might happen in a single afternoon. But for a small creator stuck in that 100 view purgatory we just talked about, getting to 4,000 hours feels mathematically impossible. You literally can't get watch time without viewers, but the algorithm won't push your videos to new viewers until you have proven watch time. It is a brutal, frustrating catch-22. However, the source reveals that this exact barrier is what this hidden tool is designed to help you shatter. So what is this secret weapon? It's YouTube Studio's built-in promote feature. And what's absolutely incredible about this is that we are not talking about some sketchy third-party website or a black market view bot here. No way. This is a legitimate, low-cost tool hiding right inside the official app on your phone or your desktop. Our source heavily emphasizes that this feature was explicitly given to smaller, unmonetized channels to help them get off the ground. If your channel is already massive and monetized, this isn't really meant for you. But if you are struggling to get your content in front of a real, breathing audience, the platform has literally built a bridge for you to cross that monetization gap. Let's dive right into the hard data, because the source provides some dramatic before and after case studies to prove just how powerful this strategy is. Let's look at Channel A. They started with just 111 subscribers, basically a totally stagnant channel. By utilizing this built-in promote feature, they skyrocketed to 10,000 subscribers and hit monetized status. Boom! Channel B, they went from a mere 125 subscribers to 5,500. Channel C started at 276 and exploded to 6,500. These are not just tiny incremental gains, these are massive channel-defining leaps. It goes to show that the content on these channels was probably already really good. It just lacked that crucial initial exposure required for the algorithm to realize, oh, hey, people actually want to watch this. Let's look at the specific impact of just one single successful push. 111,000. That is the number of views generated on a single promoted video from our source's own channel. By triggering what we can call a viral halo effect, this single promotion didn't just get views. It brought in 5,400 watch hours and roughly 4,000 subscribers. Just think about that for a second. With one strategic push using the promote feature, their entire monetization criteria was essentially met. When a video is promoted and placed at the top of the browse features and people actually click and watch it, it signals to the platform that your channel has real authority. One viral video can literally lift your entire back catalog of 100 or 200 videos right out of obscurity. And you know what? The process is remarkably simple. It literally breaks down into 4 easy, actionable steps. First, you just open your YouTube Studio app and click the 3 dots next to the video you want to push. Second, select the promote option, which, again, is specifically visible to channels that are not yet fully grown. Third, you set your goal, which is getting views, and select your location and demographics. Now, the source strongly notes you should exclude political ads and target specific regions relevant to your content, like your home country. In the source's case, that was Pakistan, or the broader European Union, depending on the language. And finally, step 4, you just add your payment method. That's it. The whole shebang is a streamlined, user-friendly ad campaign built directly into your creator dashboard. Now, I know exactly what you're thinking. Promotion? That sounds like a massive, expensive advertising budget. But actually, scratch that. It is remarkably accessible. We're talking a baseline of roughly 250 rupees, or whatever your local equivalent is, for a 7-day campaign. That is mere pocket change, guys. It's the cost of a cup of coffee spread out over a whole week. Break that down, and it's a mere 36 rupees a day. The creator explicitly points out that instead of wasting money paying large YouTubers for shoutouts or falling for scammy promotion rings, you can invest this tiny micro amount directly into the platform's official system. That guarantees your videos put in front of real, targeted viewers. So what exactly does that micro investment actually buy you? Well, for that baseline budget, the platform estimates it will serve your video up to yield approximately 7,000 impressions. And out of those impressions, you can expect roughly 1,500 views. But most importantly, those views translate into direct channel growth through brand new subscribers. You are essentially buying the initial momentum that the algorithm refuses to give you organically. You are literally priming the pump for future success. Okay, but we need to hit the brakes and pivot for just a moment. Because, as with all things in the algorithmic universe, there is a catch. Let's talk about the watch time catch. While the promote feature is incredibly powerful for getting your video seen and gaining those subs, there's a very specific way the platform calculates the metrics from these promoted campaigns. And you absolutely must understand this before you start spending even a micro budget. Let's be crystal clear about how the platform handles these numbers. When a viewer clicks on your video because it was promoted to them, meaning it was essentially placed as an ad, that view will count towards your total view count. And if they subscribe, you absolutely get to keep that subscriber. However, the watch time from that specific promoted view does not count towards your 4,000-hour monetization threshold. 0. The platform wants organic watch time. But here is the absolute genius of the strategy: the organic views. Once those new subscribers are added to your channel from the promotion, the very next time you upload a video, it will naturally appear on their subscription feeds and browse pages. When they click that video, boom, that's an organic view, and that absolutely does give you watch time credit. So how do we reframe that little caveat into an empowering strategy? Well, we call this the catalyst strategy. You are using a very small, calculated paid boost to acquire a baseline audience. The goal of the promotion isn't necessarily to get the watch time immediately on that one specific video. The actual goal is to buy the subscribers, because those new subscribers become your baseline audience. Their subsequent organic viewing of your future uploads is what will snowball and finally push your channel past the 4,000-hour watch time threshold. The promotion acts as a catalyst. It's a spark that ignites the engine for all of your future content. Our source material sums this entire concept up perfectly with this quote: "Investing a small amount in targeted promotions is far better than giving up on your hard work." Seriously, think about those 2 or 3 years of effort. Think about the hundreds of videos you've meticulously crafted. Throwing all of that away out of sheer frustration is an absolute tragedy, especially when a cheap, highly effective catalyst exists right there inside your studio dashboard. You've already done the hard part by creating the content. Now it's just about using the tools available to get it in front of the right eyes. Which brings us to our final thought. Will your next upload be the catalyst? You now know that the barrier isn't insurmountable. You know the exact tools to use, the 4 simple steps to take, the minimal costs involved, and the strategic way to leverage those new subscribers for organic watch time. So the very next time you hit publish, instead of just waiting around for the algorithm to magically favor you, maybe it's time to take control and give your channel the push it actually deserves. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep creating, and I'll see you next time.